Dear students, this module 5, Transmission Mechanism of Heredity. In this module, you will learn about transmission mechanism of heredity and how the individual is origin and his heredity. Okay, every individual is to the union of germ cell of parents. The male germ cell is called as sperm and the female germ cell is egg or ovum. And the union of this result in fertilized ovum called zygote, which is the start at life of every individual. The sperm is a microscopically a minute and ovum is normally about 8,500 times larger than a sperm, and fertilized ovum itself is just a small pinch. And each of the germ cells, sperm and ovum containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. Yeah, actually the 23 pairs of chromosomes are the rod-like substances. So that rod-like substances are called as chromosomes, and the chromosomes carry the genes stuck like beads. The chromosomes carry the genes stuck like beads. So the genes are the carriers of heredity, and most of the traits appear to be the polygeny. For that, it's determined by the many sets of genes, and each chromosomes has a ranging of from 20,000 to 42,000. Actually, we know very well about the chromosomes that we having 23 pairs of chromosomes, and the last 23rd chromosomes is called as the sex chromosomes. So actually in females all the 23 pairs of chromosomes are X chromosomes alike. And in males, the pair consists of two different kinds of chromosomes, that is called as the X chromosomes and Y chromosomes. When this last pair of chromosomes become X chromosomes, the offspring become a female. And when the last pair become X chromosomes and Y chromosomes, the offspring must be a male baby. And the X and Y chromosomes of the 23rd chromosomes, pair of chromosomes, is called as the sex chromosomes. And since one sex depends on the whether there are X and X or chromosomes or Y and X and Y chromosomes. Okay, since everybody of cell of the human being contains 46 chromosomes, logically when the fertilizations at the ovum takes place in the fusion of male and the female cell, there must be a 92 chromosomes in the newly fertilized cell. But this is not so. The fertilized cell has 46 chromosomes. This made possible by the process of chromosomes reductions, which is called as meiosis. So during the process of meiosis, 23 or 46 chromosomes are from the female side, 23 from the male side are discarded. So which are male and female cells combined, and with which 23 of male cells depend purely on chance. The 23 of male cells depend purely on chance. And thus we see the particular child receives only half of the ovum chromosomes and half of the chromosomes of the sperm on a pure and simple chances basis. And naturally, two children of the same parents will not be like that. So except in the case of identical twins, and one child may resemble of the parent ancestors or more while another child may resemble at the maternal ancestor of more. And these pictures clearly explain about the transmission mechanism of heredity.
Mechanisms of heredity. The objectives of the session are: this unit enables the students to understand the mechanisms of heredity in beginning of new life, role of DNA in the formation of new life, functions of genes and chromosomes, and the process of cell division. The learning outcomes are: different heredity mechanisms in beginning of new life, role of genes and chromosomes in the formation of life, role of chromosomes in sex determination of the baby, the cell division process, that is the mitosis and the meiosis. So let us see what heredity is. Heredity is the science of genetics, is the study of heredity. Heredity includes the inborn factors inherited from the biological parents that affects the development. Genetic code, the sequence of base pairs within DNA which determine inherited characteristics. The basis of heredity is a chemical called deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, which contains all the inherited material passed from biological parents to children. DNA carries the biochemical instructions that direct the formation of each cell in the body and tell the cells how to make the proteins that enable them to carry out specific body functions. The structure of DNA resembles a long spiraling ladder made of 4 chemical units called bases. The bases are adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine are known by their initials A, T, C, and G. They pair up in 4 combinations, that is AT, TA, CG, and GC, and coil around each other. The sequence of 3 billion base pairs constitutes the genetic code, which determines all inherited characteristics. Within each cell nucleus are chromosomes, coils of DNA that contain smaller segments called genes, the functional units of heredity. Each gene is a small unit of DNA located in a definite position on its chromosome, and each gene contains the instructions for building a specific protein. A typical gene contains thousands of base pairs. The complete sequence of genes in the human body constitutes the human genome. The genome specifies the order in which genes are expressed or activated. In 2001, 2 teams of scientists completed the mapping of the human genome, which is estimated to contain between 30,000 and 40,000 genes for fewer than the 80,000 to 1 lakh previously estimated. Most human genes seem to be similar to those of other animals. All but 300 human genes are counterparts in mice. Every cell in the normal human body, except the sex cells, has 23 pairs of chromosomes, 46 in all. Through a type of cell division called meiosis, each sex cell or gamete, that means the sperm or ovum, ends up with only 23 chromosomes, 1 from each pair. A few hours after sperm penetrates ovum, the sperm cell begins to degenerate, releasing its genetic material. The nucleus of the ovum releases its own genetic material and a new cell nucleus is created from the genetic material provided by mother and father. This new cell, called a zygote and only the size of a pinhead, is the beginning of a human. Conception has occurred. A sperm cell and an ovum each contribute to 23 chromosomes to the zygote to give it 46 chromosomes total, organized into 23 pairs. Chromosomes are the thread-like bodies in the nucleus of each cell that are made up of genes. The basic units of heredity. Thus, of each chromosome pair and of each pair of genes located on corresponding sites on a chromosome pair. One member came from the father and the other one came from the mother. Sperm and ova, unlike other cells, have only 23 chromosomes because they are produced through the specialized process of cell division called meiosis. At the start of this process, a reproductive cell in the ovaries of a female or the testes of a male that contain 46 chromosomes splits to form two 46 chromosome cells, and then these two cells each split again to form a total of 4 cells. In this last step, through a special cell division process occurs in each resulting cell receives only 23 chromosomes. The end product is 1 egg in a female or 4 sperm in a male. Each resulting sperm cell or ovum thus has only one member of each of the parent's 23 pairs of chromosomes. The single cell zygote formed at conception becomes a multiple celled organism through the more usual process. Sex determination. At the moment of conception, the 23 chromosomes from the sperm and the 23 from the mother's ovum form 23 pairs. 22 pairs are autosomes, chromosomes that are not related to sexual expression. The 23rd pair are sex chromosomes, one from the father and one from the mother, that govern the baby's sex. Sex chromosomes are either X chromosome or Y chromosome. The sex chromosome of every ovum is an X chromosome, but the sperm may contain either an X or Y chromosome. The Y chromosome contains the gene for maleness called SRY gene. When an ovum, which contains X, is fertilized by an X-carrying sperm, the zygote formed is double X. That means a female is going to born. When an ovum X is fertilized by a Y-carrying sperm, the resulting zygote is XY, a male baby is going to born. Initially, the embryo's rudimentary reproductive system is no different in males than in females. About 6 to 8 weeks after conception, male embryos normally start producing the male hormone called testosterone. Exposure to steady, high levels of testosterone results in the development of a male body with male sexual organs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, viewers. We will meet in the next video or next module, and you might understand the particular concept of transmission mechanism of heredity. Thank you all. Thank you.